What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Realistic Room of Wrexham. This is episode number 38, and we are coming to the end of the League One season. We won't wrap it up today. We'll face 3 more games as we look to cement a playoff position. You'll see there Cheltenham, Leyton Orient, and Reading. 3 games in the space of 2 weeks. Not too bad, though. They're more spread out after we had a busy schedule against Fleetwood, Birmingham, and Wickham. 3 wins out of 3 in the last episode and 5 wins on the bounce in total. So we're looking really, really good right now. Got a healthy gap over Oxford in 7th. So hopefully we can secure a playoff place potentially today. We'll see how it goes. And you would have seen after those 3 games, just 2 more in May, Oxford and Plymouth. What a couple of games those are. Massive, by the way. But not focusing on those, focusing on today's episode. Cheltenham away in the first game of today's episode. You would have seen I have 50 wins, and I think it was only a couple episodes ago we had our 100th game celebration. So to almost have a 50% win ratio is something I'm massively proud of, especially considering the fact that both our seasons have been in new leagues as well. So we've really adapted well. We've taken the leagues by storm, really. Like, obviously we haven't been winning the leagues, but considering we're in new divisions, I think we're really holding ourselves well and really representing the team really well. So I'm happy with where the club is, where the project is right now, and hopefully we can make it back-to-back promotions. Well, Cheltenham, as I said, they are 15th. They won't reach the playoffs, but they're also 8 points above the drop zone, so probably safe. They'll probably want to pick up a couple more points just to be sure, though, but I think they will be up. We did lose to them all the way back in August. We lost to them 2-1, so we're looking to right some wrongs here. And, well, in this first half, we absolutely dominated them. Paul Mullin forcing the keeper to make save after save. He had an acrobatic effort, which was really well saved down to his left-hand side. But we would head into the break, drawing at 0-0. We made 7 changes. Obviously, we played Wickham midweek a few days ago, so we made 7 changes to the side that did beat Wickham. Lloyd, Mendy, Mullin, Lee all keep their places. But there are starts for the youngsters, Morris and Humphreys on either wing. Paul Mullin also captains the side today. Well, Elliot Lee, oh my god, this chance. It wasn't that much of a chance. It was just a really good effort. Goes just wide as we're entering close now towards the end of the game, and we're still tied at 0-0. Substitute Tom Bradshaw loses the ball, wins it back. He plays in Elliot Lee. He finds Alan Brown. Oh, that was the chance. That was the chance right there. Game on his foot. And he smashes it. He should be hitting the target from there 10 yards out. He should be at least hitting the target, if not scoring. He also had 2 passes square to him that he could have played in, and they would have had an empty net to tap in. He went for glory, and he blazed it over. And now, are we going to be punished for that? Well, Cheltenham running through. Nathan Lloyd, what a save. Wow. The fans were calling for a penalty after Hartridge's it was a bit of a bumbling tackle. And then the ball sprung free for the Cheltenham forward. He ran through on goal. Nathan Lloyd, who has had nothing to do this game, comes up huge with a massive save. We spoke about the importance of his saves in the last episode when he came up with a massive one against Birmingham in the last minute of injury time when we were winning 2-1. That save there equally is important. I know we aren't winning this game and we end up drawing, but that 1 point could be crucial for us. So Nathan Lloyd once again becoming the hero. And, well, we actually do fail to beat Cheltenham in either of our games this season. 1 defeat, 1 draw. It is 2 points drops, I think, in a game that we should be expected to win, and we drop down to 5th. Birmingham leapfrog us, and we are tied on points with Birmingham. 6 adrift of Blackpool, so they're probably fighting the top 3. We're more looking over our shoulder as the gap to Oxford is now 5 points. We're looking at the clean sheets. With that clean sheet for Nathan Lloyd, he is now just 1 clean sheet off Blackpool's goalkeeper in first spot. 12 clean sheets on the season. 12 out of 40 isn't too bad considering how open and relentless this game is. You know, it's so hard to keep clean sheets, especially when you're in new divisions with new sides. So for a youth academy graduate, I think 12 clean sheets is a really impressive stint considering this is his first full season as the number 1 shot stopper. I know he had a little bit of spell where we dropped him for Smithies, but he has been our number 1 man between the sticks for the majority of the season. So happy with how Lloyd's getting on. Hopefully he keeps on growing. Well, heading into the second game of the episode, it would be Leyton Leighton Orient. Orient, who are second from bottom right now. So they are scrapping for every single point. But they are only 3 points away from safety. So it is very tight down in that relegation zone, very congested. We did beat the O's 3-2 all the way back in August. That meeting was our third league game of the season, and it was our first win of the campaign. Now we face them in the reverse fixture, with it being our fourth to last game as we look for our 21st league win. We're back to our strongest 11, and we would take the lead through, a way that you would expect, through a corner, but not through a conventional route, not just a cross into Mullin and he heads home. The cross came in, Mullin actually lost the header, it bounced around, players couldn't get control of it, and then Patrick Roberts just sneaks in there, picks up the ball and pokes it home to grab his 7th goal in 12 games. Like I said when we brought him in, I feel like he can be a difference maker like Alex Pritchard was. I think he just has those special moments in him, and he started the first couple games slowly, but 7 goals in 12. He has been absolutely fantastic since coming in, and he could be the difference maker of whether we get promoted or not. Who knows? Well, the lead wouldn't last long. The second bottom side, Orient, would find an equaliser. Dan Adji with a nice finish after being having the ball squared to him. But we would retake the lead. 26 minutes in, Elliot Lee, who's been just consistent all season. Sometimes this guy goes a bit under the radar, a bit unsung, but he pops up with a goal when it matters most. And Roberts turns provider as he finds the on-rushing Elliot Lee into the box, finesses it into the far corner, and we have the lead again here at the racecourse ground. 2-1 to Wrexham. And then hopefully now we can sort of see this game out at least to half time, and then push on in the second half. Well, deep into added time, I mean only 2 minutes on, and we're 4 minutes in now. Leighton Orient would find the equaliser. A really smart finish from Archibald. Fires in from the edge of the box. A really nice composed finish, but come on, ref. 4 minutes into 2 minutes added on. What's that about? And we head into the break tied at 2-2. And, well, the way this game is going, it's very back and forth. You feel like there's going to be more goals yet. Well, not even 10 minutes into the second half, and Galbraith would have a fantastic opportunity to give Orient the lead for the first time. A ball played over the top to him. His first touch is great. He beats Nathan Lloyd with a shot, but it hits the side netting. And that was a real wake-up call for us, because we didn't start the second half well at all. But after that point, we were like, right, let's crack on now. We got some points to win. And Carlos Baleba, after winning the ball back, would play it to Jewison Bennett. He plays it to Paul Mullin, and despite the keeper getting a really strong palm to it, Mullin finds the back of the net. Doesn't matter how it goes in as long as it does. And PM10 bags what is his 37th league goal of the season. That's the third time we're leading in this game. Can we finally hold this one? Well, 15 minutes to go on the clock, and Graham bursting down the left. He sort of skins Cyrus Christie and then mugs off Aaron Hayden as well. And he would set up Dan Adji for his second goal of the game, Orient's third, and they cannot go away. 3-3. And Orient are through here again. Dan Adji into the box. The touch is a bit heavy, so he plays it back. Danger not away as we're entering the 90th minute. Adji into Graham. Graham finds Saunders. Oh, wow. That could be massive at both ends of the table. Max Saunders looks like he's found the winning goal for Orient. The 7th goal, the first time they've led in this game. 3 times we led, 3 times they pegged us back, and in the 90th minute, they grab what could be a crucial goal at both ends. Great finish. I mean, he picked out well. I don't know why he had so much space there. Questions are going to have to be asked at full time. But fair play to Orient. They just did not go away. They kept on fighting, and if they play with that much spirit in these last few games of the season, they will stay up. I'm confident of it. But unfortunately for us, it is 3 points dropped. We couldn't complete the double over Orient, and it's our first defeat in 5. Could be a costly one with just 3 league games left. But for Orient, on the flip side, that is a massive, massive result for them. Like I said, they were second bottom, but only 3 points adrift to safety. And if I'm not mistaken, they are now out of the relegation zone. Yeah, as you can see there, that win takes them above the dreaded red line and looking at safety for now. We dropped down to 6th, just 4 points ahead of Oxford now. They have pegged the gap back from 7. And Derby are level on points with us, but they have 2 games in hand. Birmingham are a point ahead of us, but they have a game in hand. We only have 3 fixtures remaining. Well, before we head into the third and final game, Alex Smithies comes to us and says, look, boss, nothing's changing here. I'm not getting any game time. I want to head out. It's a shame because we brought him in just sort of as cover after we sold Leighton to Cheltenham. But yeah, Smithies just hasn't been our number one pick. He did get a run of a couple games when we dropped Lloyd, but Lloyd is the man for us. I was hoping Smithies would accept sort of a backup role. Clearly, he's not too happy with that, so we'll probably have to sell him on in the summer. Well, heading into the third and final game of the episode, it would be Reading visiting the racecourse ground. We lost 4-1 to Reading earlier in the season. That ended our unbeaten away record at the time. The Royals are currently 9th, 7 points behind us in the last playoff spot. So they do have a slight hope of making the playoffs, although it is very reliant on other results as well. They need to win their 3 games and hope that many, like other teams like us, drop many points. But on the flip side of that, we can end their playoff hopes today by winning this game, and that would strengthen our playoff hopes as well. It is also our last home game of the regular season, so we want to try and end the regular season for our home fans on a high note and secure a massive 3 points. Well, we would actually start really strongly. We got a number of corners we weren't able to convert, and then George Evans, normally the provider but looking to convert himself, strikes a really good effort low towards the far corner, but it's tipped around the post. And then the Royals would grab the first goal of the game with their first attack of the game, really. Cross comes in, and it was an uncharacteristic mistake from Nathan Lloyd. He comes for the cross, completely misses it, and the Reading forward has a simple tap in into an empty net, and they would lead 1-0. Well, we would look to respond. A brilliant effort from Mullin would force a great save from the Reading keeper, and then Patrick Roberts would collect the ball, and his curling effort goes just wide. And then just before half-time, actually, another fantastic tackle from George Evans. He recovers the ball. We get to work. Mullin inside the box, 10 yards away, and you just think the net's going to bulge. You think that's it. We're level on the day, but unfortunately not. His shot goes wide. Again, uncharacteristic from him. But look, if you give Mullin 2 chances, he'll grab one of them. I know that for sure. And he would actually turn provider here, finding Elliot Lee, who we said has been a star recently. Elliot Lee has been fantastic. His second goal in 2 games now, and he draws us level on the stroke of halftime. Once again, we won possession back there from Cyrus Christie, I think, sliding in with a big tackle. We've been pressing high, putting in the tackles when we need them. We won the ball back, got to work. Mullin found Elliot Lee, who grabbed his 5th goal of the league campaign, and it's a finessed finish into the far corner, beating the keeper, and we are going into the break, drawing at 1 apiece. Well, into the second half, 10 minutes to go, and not much was going on, although we were much the better side. Again, pressing high, and well, we would get the go-ahead goal. A fortunate way that it came about, but we deserved it. We lost the ball. Reading looked to recycle it through their keeper. Mullin pressed him, and then Roberts pressed the left back, wins the ball back, plays it into Paul Mullin, and the shot, well, as you can see from the replay here, it should be saved. It's a really poor effort from the keeper, but it does trickle in over the line, and Paul Mullin grabs his, I think, 39th league goal of the season. Fantastic. 38th league goal of the season. He's been absolutely brilliant. And is that going to secure a massive 3 points for us? Well, going into the 90th minute, Cyrus Christie slides into a tackle, gives away a free kick, yellow card as well. Reading have one final opportunity to get on the score sheet and grab a vital point. They can't do it. It's headed away. Substitute Tom Bradshaw holds the ball up well, plays it to Mullin, who runs through on goal, but his shot is saved. Keeper redeemed himself just slightly, but not enough. Should have scored, didn't. We play the corner short as we want to see this game out. We're into the final seconds now, and the referee would blow his full-time whistle. So we end the regular season, at home at least, with a victory, a massive 3 points that boosts our playoff hopes, and it ends Reading's playoff hopes. They only had a glimmer of hope that they could have made it, but that seals it, that they will be playing League One football next season. For us, though, we have 2 games remaining, 2 massive games as well against Oxford and Plymouth coming up in the final episode of the regular season. So make sure you don't miss that one. But for now, I mean, look, after we lost to Leyton Orient, it was a really good response from us, and I was actually really, really impressed with that result against Reading, the performance, we just utterly dominated them. We were faultless in 90 minutes, bar that Nathan Lloyd error. Our intensity and our press was so impressive in that match, and we really, really earned those 3 points. So massively happy with the team to grab the much needed 3 points there. Youth Scout report comes in from Ireland. Didn't produce anything amazing, but we do pick up Barry McCormick just to bulk up the Youth Academy a little bit. He is 57 rated overall, so we'll probably likely send him out on loan next season. And then a bit of an odd one. Captain Hayden comes to us and says, the boys are worried we aren't meeting our targets. What? We're 1 point away from securing a playoff spot. How are we not close to meeting our targets? It makes absolutely no sense at all. Bit of a weird one there. I'm not quite sure about that one. But anyway, we brush that aside. We reassure him that we are going the right way. As we see the league table here, 2 games to go. Birmingham do have a game in hand over us, so they can go above us into 5th place if they win that. We are 4 points ahead of Oxford. Both of us have 2 games to go. So if we avoid defeat against Oxford in the next game, in the next episode, we secure a playoff spot. If we fail to do that and we lose to Oxford, we have to rely on a result against Plymouth on the final day. And Plymouth could be battling for the title. So all to play for in the final 2 games of the regular season. Make sure you do not miss episode 39 because it is going to be an absolute cracker. I know it. Drop a like on the video if you are enjoying the series, and drop a comment as well if you think we are going to make the playoffs. Hopefully we can. Do not miss episode 39. It's going to be a big one. Look out for it. I'll see you in episode 39 very soon.